Hello partner, this is my presentation about a guided activity to practice collocation. Let's start. Okay, for this activity, access an agenda. Like number one, an explanation of the purpose of the guided activity. Like number two, clear instruction on how to do the activity. Like number three, a description of all the material that are needed. Let me tell you about the purpose of the guided activity. The name is Find Your Clue. This is a communicative activity to practice collocation with the students. The purpose of this activity is to give the student the opportunity to participate with their imagination and analysis capacity by developing clues and at the same time practicing phrasal verb and collocation. How to do the activity? The first thing the teacher should do is that the students form pairs or in groups of three and that they sit together. Next, the teacher will tell the class a story about an incident. You can create any story that you want, but it must include a crime that certain individuals are suspected of committing. The story should be short and easy to understand. For example, imagine that we are all at the party when suddenly the host was found dead. It is on our hands to solve the mystery. Who did it? With what weapon? And where did she do it? The first step is to give each team a set of clues that will list the six weapons, the six suspects, and the nine rooms. This will be marked each one with the aim of eliminating the possible clues that are proven to be false and so on until only the correct one remains. In the end, the teacher will decide on the pair with the most consistent answer, in other words, the best structured clue. The first team goes to the board and declares, example, I accuse Mr. Blanco of having murdered the host that with candlestick hung up from his hand, hit the host when he was in the yard. Of course, it is about making an objective analysis so that the student enjoy the game, but also to be creative by forming phrasal verb and collocation. The material that are needed. 1. 6 weapon cards, knife, candlestick, gun, poison, drop, wedge. 2. 6 suspect cards, Colonel Mustard, Professor Moradillo, Mr. Verdi, Mrs. Asolino, Mrs. Scarlett, Mr. White. 3. 9 room cards, lobby, dining room, kitchen, patio, observatory, theater, room, spa, and guest room. 4. 4 cruise sheets. 5. Whiteboard. 6. Whiteboard marker. Hi everybody.
Hello, teacher. Hello, teacher. Hello, teacher. Hello, teacher.
Let's start. Ready?
Perfect, teacher. Of course, teacher. With fears, teacher. Yours out, teacher.
Okay, let's going. Okay everybody. Let's start because this is the game. Find your clue. What we're going to do first. Number 1. All students must meet to form teams of 2 or 3 members and sit together. Before starting, each team will receive the clue sheet in the form of list with 6 weapon cards, knife, candlestick, gun, poison, drop, and weights. 6 suspect card, Colonel Mustard, Professor Moradillo, Mr. Verdi, Mrs. Asolino, Mrs. Scarlett, and Mrs. White. 9 rooms card, lobby, dining room, kitchen, patio, observatory, theater, living room, spa, and guest room. Okay, how start find your clue? Everyone understood the rules of the game. Okay, be patient, I'm gonna tell you. All members should participate in brainstorming to write clues about the crime. Previously, the cards must be mixed and one of each will be drawn. One weapon, one of suspect, and one in room. Although that surpass, they must be distributed among all the teams. 2. Teams should analyze a short story of a crime which will tell so that everyone can brainstorm and imagine how, who, what is happening, considering structuring the accusation in a sentence with verbal phrases and collocation. 3. Each team will go to the board and write their clues on the board, taking into account the topic of today's lesson and the clue that is the correct and better structured will be the winner. We see the example. How words should be placed with accusation. We see the team 1. I accuse Mr. Blanco of having murdered the host that with candlestick hung up from his hand hit the host when he was in the yard. Team 2. I accuse Professor Moradillo of having murdered the host that when he turned around, he had him stuck with the rope in his neck while he was in the theater. Okay everyone, let's continue. 1. This is important that I, like your teacher, will verify and correct each of the participants to qualify them when there are errors and thus evaluate where it is necessary to support them and address this weakness, making them a potential for their learning of each of you. 2. Finally, I, like your teacher, will apply your annexation with the proposition used during the task. Well guys, go ahead and let's finish.